Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another YouTube video. My name's Ketan. I call myself that day-to-day guy. And the reason behind that name, as I say every single time, is just because I'm a normal day-to-day guy going through life. And I'm just sharing my experiences here on YouTube. So today's video is called Lazy Ways to Make Money. Now, this is my first kind of clickbait video because I'm not actually going to share any lazy ways to make money. This conversation has come about through having a chat with my my nephew and nieces earlier on today, and we're just talking about just kind of life philosophies, and it's kind of like when I was a kid and my parents would say things to me, and you think to yourself, you're old, what do you know? Now it's a role reversal. Now we're the older ones advising the younger generation. And I said to my nephew, like, there's no lazy way to make money. We were just talking about they were on holiday in Dubai a few weeks ago, and they were just telling me, where they went. And I said, do you know how long it takes for mum and dad to earn enough money to pay for that? And just putting things into perspective for them. And it kind of dawned on me that when you're younger, you have a false perception of how money is made, and how easy things are, or how easy things appear. And I think we go through life looking for easy ways to do things. And this is a great kind of distinction to make and accept that anyone that makes something look easy, it's the iceberg scenario, isn't it? Them making it look easy is that bit, and all the other work they've done to make it look easy is this bit under the water that you don't see. And it sounds cliche and it sounds so obvious, but we spend we spend a lot of our time chasing this illusion that things are easy. And then what ends up happening is you're spending less time on the things that are actually important, that are going to get you there, because you do something, it doesn't seem easy, you find out it's hard, and think, and you're just constantly moving from one thing to the next. Basically, you're trying to be the exception on purpose. They say, the rule, this is the rule and this is the exception. Anyone who's the exception to something has done it almost by accident or luck, or, call it what you will. But if you want to purposely get somewhere and be successful, and probably look at this video thinking, who are you? Like, I wouldn't say I'm successful. I would say I'm certainly above average, but I've tried to find every lazy way to do something, and the minute that I accepted that there was no lazy way to do it, this is just the way you've got to do it, ironically, I've been more successful than I've ever been in any previous ventures, if you can call them that. So this is just something to think about, and I don't know who my demographic is on here. Mostly, probably, I'm guessing, middle-aged men that like cars, but this is more for the younger people out there. If you're in your 20s or your 30s and you're trying to get somewhere, the best advice I can give you, if you want the lazy way to make money, is to become so good at something, it becomes so second nature that it feels lazy. So like mirror TVs, for example, our business is making mirror TVs that look like mirrors or paintings. Sometimes it feels like I'm getting paid to do something, to the point where I feel guilty because it's so easy. And I've been doing it for 14 years. In the beginning, when we first started, we didn't have a clue. We had a bit of a clue, but we got better and better and better and better, to the point now where sometimes I think to myself, I am so lucky to get paid what we do, to get paid for what we do, because what we do is almost second nature. But I forget that it's been 14 years to get to this point. We've gone through all the experimental stages. We've got through all the mess ups, and we've gone through, the COVID times and all this stuff, all this period of time, all these things to make it look easy now. And it's a bit like, I got friends who buy and sell cars, for example, and you look at them and think, oh man, I could do that. I could buy a car for 10 grand, sell it for 15 grand, or, people that do online trading, because you're just seeing that one side of what they do. And you might automatically think, I'm going to go and do that because that looks easy. So yeah, I don't know, what stage you are in your journey to whatever you're looking for career-wise. And I will also say on that, that will change, that will change over time. The things that the skills that you pick up in doing one thing, you'll be able to take them out of that and then do something else. You'll pivot. People don't stay in jobs now for 30, 40 years anymore. People are changing. We change as people. So I think it's right that we can change our careers throughout our lives. So don't get fixated on doing one thing. Sometimes the very thing you start will lead you to the thing that you love the most. I've not done the longest I've ever done anything is this Mirror TV business, which has been 14 years, like I said. But as I'm getting older, I'm starting to explore other ways and other things to do. But I also know that for me to do these other things, I need to put serious time and sweat into getting good at whatever that may be. So, yeah, I guess in a nutshell, there is no lazy way to make money. And it's always important to remember that. And I know people are going to watch this and think to themselves, oh, yeah, I'll show you. It's a bit like when I was wanting to lose weight. I thought to myself, there'll be a lazy way to lose weight. There'll be an easier way than what the trainers say. And I think to myself, now when I think about the kind of the stupidity of that train of thought, I think to myself, what an idiot, because these are people who live, breathe, and eat, no pun intended, fitness, and they're telling me that this is the way to do it. So who am I to question that? I'm not saying that people, you shouldn't question things, and you shouldn't try to kind of defy the norm, but you can't defy science, And I think when it comes to money and success, there's a science there as well. There's science, there's math, there's statistics. So I would rather be in the statistic where the majority of the success happens, not where the people get lucky, because lucky is by accident, being right place, right time. But think of it like this. Every little effort that you put in is like buying a lottery ticket. So the more lottery tickets you have, the more chance of success you've got. So every time you invest some time into learning a new skill, into becoming better and kind of, improving your art. There's a phrase for that, I know, but it doesn't come to my mind right now. But improving yourself in your skills in your career, that each time you do that, you're increasing the likeliness of you becoming more successful. And it sounds really cheesy, but that's just the way of life, and that's obviously it's a philosophy of mine. And it's a philosophy that I said to my nephew, I said, you find me one person, all these people you look up to, he likes football. So I said, do you think Ronaldo and Messi are, lazy footballers? No, they are where they are because they practiced over and over and over and over and over again. Anyone you look at, anyone you think, anyone that you deem successful, and successful isn't just about financial success. We could be talking about someone who's successful with, relationships in the sense that managing people, for example, how they interact with people. That's success isn't just one side. I'm just using it as because that's how we know it. So I'm using that one side of things. In everything, you can practice. The more you practice something, a skill, and being personable and having good relationship skills and communication skills are a measure of success. Money is not the only measure of success. So, yeah, I think that's about it, pretty much. This week's video, I will say, was going to be about cars. I went to the Classic Car Show at the NEC on Friday, but unfortunately, my new 360 camera, I haven't quite gotten to grips with the settings on it yet, and all the footage, I kid you not, all the footage was not usable. So there's going to be no car content video, but I'm going to the Essen Motor Show at the end of the month, and I will take this setup and see if I can do some video and share some more car stuff. I'm really eager as a car person. I hate the fact that we're coming into autumn winter now, where I put my car away and start going to car shows and so on. But next year, hopefully, I'll be able to do some more videos on my SL, and we'll go to more car meets, just do some more car-related content. I don't know how many weeks it's been. I think I've done 40 videos now, and this is my 40th or 50th. I don't know, 40 or 41st. But every single week, every single Tuesday, I brought a video out, and I always think to myself, I'm going to run out of things to say. And I've repeated myself as well sometimes. But yeah, anyway, You don't need to know all these details. At the part of the video where the cringe part, where I say, if you like what you've seen, give it a like, give it a subscribe, comment below. I'm always happy to kind of discuss ideas and philosophies. Yeah, and subscribe if you like, what I am here, doing, trying to convey, then I'm at the point now where I'm thinking to myself, do I cut this off? Because now I've lingered on a little bit too long and labored on this point, but that would mean I have to go back, and my OCD is going to make me go back all the way back and say everything again, which I'm not going to do. So if you're watching this and I'm still babbling on here, thank you for watching, and we will see you next week. Ciao for now. Fireworks. Yes, fireworks. Don't get me started on fireworks now. Yeah, that's for another time. Once again, ciao for now.